After a long day of work, Stanley puffed into the tin sheds with all the other engines. He went onto the turntable and went to his siding. "Oh man," said Stanley, "today's just been a long, hard day. My ears are aching." "Me too," said Edward. "Today was hard, especially the Halloween party's soon. It's tomorrow, I believe." "That's correct, but I want to get to sleep," said Emily. "I'm tired and my wheels are aching." "Well then," said Thomas, "why don't we go to sleep?" And with that, all the engines went to sleep, one by one. In the morning, Stanley woke up and realized all the engines had already gone to the work. Cinders and ashes, I must have overslept. I need to get started. Just then, a mysterious red engine came running over the platform. "Cinders and ashes, who was that?" "You know what? Never mind," said Stanley. "I must get to work," and he set off. When he finally arrived at the yard, he noticed an unfamiliar engine. "Who are you?" asked Stanley. "Why, hello. I'm Rosie. You must be a new engine. You must be here to help me shunt." "Hooray! It's nice to have help. Do you mind if you shunt over those green express coaches over to platform 2, please? That's where Henry's supposed to take the express." "Henry's pulling the express today? I thought it was Gordon's turn. And wait, Rosie, you're not red. You're supposed to be pink. And what happened to your wheels? They're humongous, and you're taller and longer than me. We used to be the same size," said Stanley. "Oh, you silly little engine. I've always been like this. Now please get to work." Stanley did as he was told, and he coupled up to the coaches. After he put them onto the platform, Henry puffed in. "Why, hi," said Henry. "You must be a new engine." "Oh, looks like your name is Stanley." "Henry, they got you too? Why does no one remember me?" said Stanley. "And Henry, your wheels are huge, like Rosie's. And you're now too long to fit on a turntable." "Silly Stanley, I've always been like this." "You must have had some bad water. You might want to go to the steamworks to get that checked out." Just then the conductor's whistles blew. "Oh, well," said Henry, "I must be off. The express mustn't be late." And Henry gave his whistle a long blow and set off. Poor Stanley was confused. What is going on? Just then Gordon puffed in with the flying kipper. "Hoo, the indignity, that was a long trip." "Gordon, why are you pulling the flying kipper? I thought that was Henry's job. You hate pulling the flying kipper." "What are you talking about, you silly engine? The flying kipper's my favorite job," said Stanley. "Cinders and ashes, what is going on? Why does no one remember me? I'm gonna go to the docks to talk to Salty." "Salty? Who's Salty?" asked Gordon. At the docks, Diesel was shunting some boxcars into a siding when Stanley puffed in. Stanley puffed into a stop, and he was utterly shocked. "Emily, Diesel, they got you too?" "Well, hi, you must be new. My name is Emily, and it seems like what your nameplate says, your name is Stanley. Is that correct?" "Yes, Stanley is my name, but you should know that. I've been here for a very long time." "I'm sorry," said Emily, "but if I knew you, I'm sure we've been the best of friends." Wake up. "But I never met you before, but it's nice to meet you." "Diesel, why are you working here? This is Salty's favorite place to be. You don't work here." "I have no idea what you're talking about, Stanley. I've worked here my whole life, and this is my most favorite job in the whole world." Just then the guard's whistle blew and Emily set off. "Goodbye, you two. Stanley, you might want to go to the works to get yourself checked out. You're obviously not right now." And Emily set off to finish her jobs. "All right, bye, Emily," said Stanley. "I gotta go find Thomas," said Stanley. "Bye, Diesel," and Stanley set off to find Thomas. When Stanley stopped on the solar suspension bridge, he noticed two unfamiliar engines at the scrapyard. A long yellow tender engine, and then a short orange tank engine. "I wonder who those are." Just then Thomas puffed in to Ellsworth Station. "Ah, there he is," said Stanley, and he puffed down to say hi to Thomas. Just then he realized Thomas, they got you too? Why does everyone look so weird? Oh, you must be the new engine Stanley, said Thomas. You've been a big engine recently on the Sodor. You said you keep saying you know everyone. I do. Thomas, we've been friends for a very long time. How does you not remember me? I mean, what is going on? Please. If we know you, I'm sure we would have been
Stanley, wake up.
the best of friends. Now, come on, Stanley. Well, I gotta go. Have a good day, Stanley. See you, Thomas, said Stanley. It might be just best for me to go to the sheds. Just then, a green engine just rocketed past Stanley. Was that Percy? He said, you know what? I don't care. And Stanley set off to the shed. Just then, Stanley met Edward right beside him in the sheds. Oh, you must be the new engine, said Edward. Welcome to Sodor, Stanley. How can I make your acquaintance? You too, Edward. You know what? I don't care. Edward, do you mind if I just go into the to one of the berths to sleep? I'm tired and it's been a long day. Sure thing, said Edward. Edward backed out and Stanley was about to go into the sheds when the mysterious engine rammed into him and sent him flying into the station wall. Just then Stanley jolted awake. Holy smokes, said Stanley. Well, good morning, Stanley, said Henry. It seems like you were having a bad dream. You wouldn't believe it, said Stanley. Gosh, I hope I don't have that dream again. That was it was spooky. You'll have to tell us about it later on tonight after we're done working. Now come on, let's go get to work, said Henry. Stanley laughed and he was very happy to get to work. And he was also very happy to know that his friends were safe and sound.